Hi, I'm Brandon Del Campo.
I'm Joanna Zeiger, and we're here to teach you how to run like an Olympian.
Okay, Joanna Zeiger here is a Olympian. She was 4th in the Olympics in triathlon. She's also a half Ironman world champion and a 2-time Olympic trials marathon runner.
This is Brandon Del Campo, and he's trying to lose this muffin top. He used to be really fit when he ran track at UCLA, and he's also an age group Ironman 70.3 world champion.
All right, so Joanna, what do we have on tap for today?
We have one that I know you are not going to like.
Okay, it must have to do with quads.
It does. We're going to do one called the wall quad stretch.
All right.
And the reason why we're doing this is to open up the psoas muscle, which is the front of the hip here, and also to loosen up the quad. And what happens is people are sitting, whether they're at work or in front of their computer or in their car or watching TV, and that really shortens these muscles. So this exercise is just so important to open that up so that when you go out and run, you can maximize your gait.
Right, so we're trying to combat all that sitting we're doing all day long.
All that sitting we're doing.
Okay.
And the other thing is people will notice also that they're gonna have one hip higher than another.
Yep.
So this is also really good to try and even out the hips and try and get level.
Okay, and so this will create a little more function in our running.
Because function equals fast.
All right. Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna get you in the position.
This may take a team, but let's give it a try.
We're gonna need a crane to do that. All right, so you're gonna have one leg forward.
Okay.
And make sure that you do this on some kind of mat or pillow because the knee that's gonna be the leg up against the wall is gonna have a lot of pressure on the knee.
And you're probably gonna wanna use your shoe too.
Yeah. All right, so now what you wanna do is you wanna get...
Well, I'm gonna have to come back and put the leg up first, I think.
Yeah, there you go. So you want one leg that's gonna be, your foot's gonna be against the wall and knee on the ground.
Yep.
And then the other leg is gonna be...
What about people with their knees? Is there any kind of,
If you feel strain on your knee, just move the leg forward. That will take the strain off of it.
All right, so now this. Okay. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So you need to move your leg out a little bit further. So if
do.
it's too much stretch, you can always bring this leg out further.
Okay.
All right, and then you want to be standing up. You want to be up straight. You don't want to lean forward.
Right.
Okay.
Now I feel like this hip is higher right now.
And that hip is much higher, so
Right.
you can see that he's not level.
Right. So I'm trying to get this, like this is my foot level. Is that right? I mean, is it?
Let's get your foot. There you go.
There. Yeah.
All right.
Do this in front of a mirror so you can see the alignment. I might come out.
All right. So the things that you want to really think about when you're doing this is you want to keep your foot straight. You want to keep the feet level. You want to keep the knee out. You don't want the knee coming in.
Right. And I can still feel the angle in my hip here.
Yeah, and so the other thing is also if you squeeze the glute on the side that you're stretching, that will give you more of a stretch.
Yeah, and I feel that I actually feel that in my psoas a little bit right now.
All right, so let's...
All right, watch Gumby do it for a minute.
All right, so Gumby over here is going to do this. And the goal eventually is to get this knee as close to the wall as possible.
Right, and if I were to do that, if I were to put my knee back there, I'd have to basically hunch
Well, I think
over.
your leg would break.
It would probably break. I'm gonna have to switch legs.
So you want to hold this for about a minute to a minute 30, and then we can switch legs. So I'll switch legs with you.
And it's okay for people to start where I'm at, further away, right?
Yeah, you need to start in the position that's most comfortable, where you're feeling a stretch, but not so much of a stretch you feel like your leg's going to snap.
Right.
Because, that's not good.
And this is ideal, but there's a lot of people that are never going to get to where you are, right?
Right, but
it doesn't mean you shouldn't do it.
When I first started doing this, my knee was a lot further away from the wall, too.
Yeah.
So, but again, level hips.
Right.
Upright. So you don't want to hunch forward.
So you're probably not feeling too much of a stretch right now.
I feel stretch.
A little bit?
And especially if I squeeze my glute, I really feel stretch.
Right. So that's, I guess, a key. Like, I'll just sit here because it's so not painful, but tight on my front side. But, just do a little pulsing of the glute. Yeah, just to
really
remind yourself.
Stretch.
Yeah.
So
Maybe
that side's a lot tighter for you.
Yeah.
So don't be surprised if you have one side that's much tighter than the other side.
This side's tighter, but it feels like my hips are actually more level. So I'm cockeyed and loose on one side and tight and level on the other. When you first started doing this exercise, did you notice any kind of a difference?
Well, for all these exercises that we're showing people, I'm a human guinea pig, my own guinea pig. I've done all these myself.
Right.
And I really struggled through. For this one, I really had my leg further away from the wall. I felt a
Right.
lot of stretch. My hips were not level. And as I've progressed, my running's gotten a lot smoother. My gait is a lot better,
Okay.
and I don't break down as much at the end of my long runs.
All right, that's great. I mean, clearly function does equal fast because she's becoming more functional and faster.
That's right.
Yeah, and so can you. So get on it. All right, we're back again with another exercise. It's going to make you run like an Olympian. And what kind of torture are you going to be putting me through today?
Well, today we're doing an exercise called belly button touches, and I don't mean just sitting here going like this.
We're probably going to have to touch our pinky toe to our belly button somehow.
No. Today we're going to do an exercise that's going to strengthen the deep abdominal muscles
Okay.
and the hip flexors simultaneously in a very functional way.
Okay.
So we're going to be getting into a plank position, and then we're going to do some belly button
All right,
touches.
what's